Hello YouTube, it's Tony. So today I'll show you a 1 to 99 or 120 cooking guide for 2019. What I'll show you are the fast, cheap, and the AFK methods. This guide's mainly geared towards main accounts, although it might work for Ironmen. Here are the XP Boosts. First of all, we do have bonus XP. Now, it's not really an ideal option to train on double XP weekend because cooking is really easy and fast. There are more to list, but these are the most common XP multipliers in the game. Let's get into the useful items. First, we have the Dwarven Army Axe. Now this is obtained from the Mare in Burthorpe, which I've marked the location right on the minimap. By wielding this axe while you're cooking, you will get plus 3 base cooking XP. After that, we have the sous chef outfit. You can obtain this from either Gnome Restaurant hard orders or by getting lucky from Treasure Hunter. If you're doing Gnome Restaurant, this should take around 2 hours to get the entire set. Wearing this will give you 6% more cooking XP. We also have the modified sous chef head, and this is a skilling add-on from the same mini game. There's a 5% chance of making duplicate food. Next up, we have the cooking gauntlets. It's a quest reward from the family crest. It will reduce the burn rate of fish. You can wear this instead of the sous chef gloves, and you will still get 1% more cooking XP if you either own that or have this destroyed in Diango. You can cook on regular fires, and they will give you 10% more cooking XP. However, they have higher burn rates compared to the ranges. Unfortunately, because of this, it's only good for Ironmen players. Portable ranges. You'll get 21% more cooking XP plus a 5% chance of making duplicate food. It will also act as a regular range, so that means the burn rates are lower. While this is a treasure hunter item, but you can buy it off the GE or share with others. The FC for sharing this is called Portables. Don't worry, I'll leave the spreadsheet tracker in the description. The next item we have are the cooking urns. Every cooking urn has a crafting level requirement in order to add a fire rune towards this. This can be assisted however. Cooking food will fill the urns, exceptions being Jug of Wines and cheese. When the urn is full, you can automatically teleport them by enabling this in your gameplay settings. After it's teleported, it will grant you XP depending on the tier, so it's essentially a 20% XP boost overall. The urn enhancer will boost the XP from teleporting urns by 25%. Finally, we have the flameproof aura. This will reduce the chance of burning food even further, and it stacks with cooking gauntlets. Honestly, that's not really worth getting because the cooking gauntlets will reduce the burn rate significantly. Maybe at best I would get a tier 1 aura, but for me personally, I wouldn't get any of these auras. Here is the general bank preset for cooking. In my equipment setup, I have a Dwarven Army Axe, a sous chef outfit, plus the cooking gauntlets if you own them. In your inventory, obviously if you have urn enhancer, well good for you, don't forget to bring this. You also want to bring a partially filled cooking urn and a couple of unused cooking urns. Finally, fill the rest of your inventory with raw fish. Here is a strategy on how you train cooking. Every time you hit a bank preset, make sure you click on the portable range immediately after you load this, and at the same time hold the space bar. Ideally, you want to angle your camera so that you can left click the portable range immediately after you load the preset. As you can see right here, you can AFK for around 50 seconds. Alternatively, if you don't want to AFK, there is what is called the 3-tick method. Basically, it cooks 33% faster, but it makes it a lot less AFK. After every one piece of fish you cook, click the portable range immediately while you're holding spacebar. You'll have to keep repeating the same process all along. Yeah, so it is really click intensive by doing this. The amount of food you can cook per hour by doing the 3-tick method is 1,850. If you're not doing the 3-tick method, aka AFKing, then that is only 1,400 food per hour. Now, I do have a 1 hour footage of me doing 3-tick cooking, and I will leave a link in the description. So let's get into the training methods. I will start with the low level methods. From 1 to 15, you'll either cook shrimp or crayfish. The amount you'll need is 66 in order to get there. Then from 15 to 30, you'll do trout. From 30 to 32, or you can stop at 52, you will do tuna. The amount you need to 52 is 765. For the XP per hour, you can get 201.6k if you're AFKing, or if you're doing the 3-tick method, 266.4k. From level 32 onwards, you'll do what is called the cheese churning method. Here are the full list of requirements. By having a female elder cow plus a farm totem on both pens, you'll get 4 times the churning XP from doing this. Now I know what you might be thinking, well Tony, these requirements are so high because it only requires 32 cooking for this, why do you list this here? I understand these side requirements are very high, but player-owned farms is very amazing farming XP, well, until it gets nerfed that is. If you don't understand player-owned farms, I do have a guide and I'll leave the link in the description. The cheese churning method is meant to be an alternative method and not meant to be the main method for cooking. It is located in the farm north of Port Sarum. You will buy the buckets of milk from the milk shop. After that, go to the dairy churn and start churning the cream cheese. Alternatively, if you have 48 cooking, you can do cheese wheels instead, but this will give you less XP although no quest is required. As you can see right here, the process is fairly AFK, although it's extremely slow. Unfortunately, the left click option is to eat and not to drop, so you're gonna have to place them on your action bar in this case. Ideally, if you enable the one button gameplay, it will make it a lot faster. Obviously, if you do have mouse keys, it's even better than that, but I don't personally use them. As soon as I'm nearly done making the full inventory, you'll start dropping them. If you do end up dropping them too early, your inventory will be clogged with empty buckets. So there are 200 buckets of milk in stock, and they respawn pretty slowly. Because of this, you will have to hop worlds when the stock runs out. Now this is one of the shops in the game that use the old mechanics. That means the stock is different for every world, and if others are doing this at the same time as you, they could outbuy your stock. You should get around 200k cooking XP per hour, and the cost is little to nothing. This makes it pretty Ironmen friendly as well. I do have a 1 hour footage of this, and I'll leave the link in the description. From 52 to 80, you'll be doing Desert Souls. Now this method's fairly cheap, but sometimes you have to overpay because of the trade volume. The amount you'll need is 9,132. If you don't want to do this, you can stick with lobsters instead because they're in much higher trade volume. Either way, this method's very Ironmen friendly as it does offer you pretty good fishing XP as well. Then from 80 to 90, you'll do Beltfish. The amount you'll need is 13.5k. Some people like to do sharks earlier as the Beltfish has kind of become more expensive. However, at level 80, you will burn sharks pretty often. From level 90 to 93, or you can stop at 99, you will do sharks. If you want to move on to rocktails, you can stop at level 93, or otherwise go all the way to 99 because without cooking gauntlets, you do burn rocktails. Finally, from level 93 to 99, you'll do rocktails. For the XP per hour, you can get 450k if you're AFKing, or otherwise 592.4k if you're doing the 3-tick method. From 68 onwards, you can do what is called Jug of Wine. You'll need 14 jug of water plus 14 grapes in your inventory. In order to make the jug of wine, just use them on each other. When you're mixing them, the jug of wine becomes unfermented, and it will automatically ferment in your inventory or your bank after around 10 seconds. For every jug of wine that's fermented, you'll receive 200 cooking XP. Look, I understand it only requires 35 cooking to make, but I strongly recommend 68 so it never turns into jug of bad wine, which in turn will give you no cooking XP for doing this. You'll need 61,837 in order to get to level 99. The amount of jug of wine you can make per hour is 5,100, which in turn is equal to a whopping 1.1 million base XP per hour. Unfortunately, cooking urns, portable ranges, and Dwarven Army Axe do not work here, so that kinda sucks. Because of how absurdly expensive this method is, I don't recommend it unless you're extremely rich. It's also a reason why you don't want to start doing this until you have 68 plus cooking. So let's get into the 99 plus section. First, we have the cooking cape. It will prevent all food from burning. That means non-combat skillers can access this. There are 3 training methods for this. You could either choose rocktails, sailfish which require 99 cooking, or otherwise making jug of wine. This time my calculations include the sous chef outfit because you're more likely to get this outfit by the time you reach level 99. Here are the XP rates plus the calculations required for 120 and 200 mil, so just pause the video as I'll move on to the next section. There's only one other training method I'm gonna list here, and that is the cooking brawling gloves. If you're cooking in the deep wilderness while wearing this, you will get 4 times more cooking XP. The best way to use this is by cooking sailfish with portable ranges at the Mage Arena Bank. Otherwise, you can cook outside the wilderness and it will only give you a 50% XP boost. Before I wrap this video, here are the total costs to 99 plus 120 and 200 mil cooking XP. The prices are accurate as of August 29, 2019. Just so everyone's aware, burn rates are not factored in. From 1 to 99, it only costs you 10.3 mil if you're cooking fish, but if you're doing Jug of Wine, it will cost you 215 million. Then from 99 to 120, yeah, it is really cheap to do rocktails. If you were to compare sailfish, while it is a bit of a loss, but it's not too expensive. Finally, for Jug of Wines, it's extremely expensive once again, so it will cost you 3 billion to get to 200 mil. So this wraps up my 1 to 99 and 120 cooking guide for 2019. Overall, cooking is very fast and cheap skill to train. So yeah, thanks for watching and I hope it helps. If I missed anything, feel free to ask. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, because I'll definitely do more 1 to 99 and 120 guides in the future.